Hey, this is Paul here from introlifestyle.com. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to get clarity on what you really want in your life. Now, if you're here watching this video, maybe right now in your life, you're at a time where you're feeling stuck, you're feeling frustrated, and you're going around in circles trying to figure it all out and you just don't know what to do. And I totally understand how that feels. I've been there many times in my life, and I've been in that perfection mode where I'm just trying to get everything perfect before I take that next step or take that next action, and you keep putting it off and keep putting it off. But I can tell you now, the first thing on this list we're going to talk about is taking imperfect action. You see, any action you take moving forward is going to help you gain clarity, because what it's going to do is going to show you your successes and your failures, and you're going to discover along that journey the things that you do like and the things that you don't like. And that in itself, that process is going to clear things up for you, and it's going to help you in the direction in your life. Whereas if you don't do anything now and you're waiting for the perfect moment, by the way, there is no perfect moment, but if you think there is and you're waiting for that time, you're just going to feel stuck 12 months from now, 2 years from now. So from personal experience, I recommend just take action wherever you are with whatever you have available to you. And then the next thing is you want to ask yourself thought-provoking questions. You want to dive a little bit deeper and to figure out what you really like. Ask yourself questions such as, who are you at your best? What things are you doing when you're the happiest? How would your best friends describe you when you're thriving and you're in your zone? Now, I did make a video in the past where I've got a bunch of self-discovery questions that you can go through as an exercise, and I'll post a link to that here so you can get access to that. But going deep in yourself and asking questions is going to help you to open up new doors, open up new ideas, and questions are really one of the most powerful ways for you to gain clarity. And with the questions, you also need to give yourself time and space and to clear the thoughts out and to just let things come into you. It's like when people say, when you're on a walk or when you're in the shower, you're going to get that idea that comes into your mind. And it's because when we're not trying to force something and we allow it the space and time to come in, that's when it's actually going to happen, because you're not putting pressure on it. There's no stress around it. And it's just a natural part of the self-reflection and discovery from the thoughts that you've been thinking and what you've been focused on. And asking questions will allow the answers to come for you if you give it the space. One thing that many people don't do is they say they lack clarity, but they never dream big enough. They don't have a vision. They've never tried to create this life that they really want. And one of the reasons is because they don't truly believe that it's possible. But I want you to, for a moment, just imagine your ideal life. Just imagine there's no limitations on it, and get a really clear vision, and you can build it over time. You know, come back to this every week or every month. The more often the better to begin with, but you want to start to build that vision, but don't put any limitations on it. How do you see yourself living? What type of things do you do? The person you are, how do you act? Who do you surround yourself with? What job do you have? What business do you run? What relationships do you have? And start to really build a clear picture there, and just be creative with that. Think big and think what would make you happy. And that's a great place so that you can create a future ideal version of your life and where you want to be. And then from that, it's going to open up some new doors, some new pathways, and then you can work backwards and reverse engineer it so that then you can get more clarity for the present moment. So with your daily actions and your weekly goals or your monthly goals, you have something with a bit more direction and you're not feeling so scattered. And something which I've spoken about many times before is journaling. Doing some self-discovery work daily, getting deep into your thoughts and just getting out of your head onto the paper. And this is actually going to help to clear up some mental space. It's going to give you some freedom internally so that you actually have room to have these ideas and to think about these things that you want in your life. So if you're just living your day to day with these thousands of thoughts and these patterns and habits that are just programmed into you, it's very hard to change that if you don't give yourself some space. And journaling is a great way to do that so that you can dive deep, and it'll also enable you to see patterns that you start to talk about, that you think about on a regular basis, and then that will help you look at the different areas of your life where you want to make some of the changes. Where do you want to get more clarity? Is it all areas or just specific ones? Now I can help you with some of this stuff. I have a free mindset mastery toolkit which helps you get deeper into your limiting beliefs, your values, your purpose, and to help you discover yourself on a bigger level. And I'll put a link below the video where you can download that for free. And then the next thing I want to talk about is actually identifying your personal core values. This is a fantastic exercise so you can really learn deeply about yourself and what you truly value. Now at first it's very challenging to find words because there's so many that will resonate with you. But I've created a process which you can go through and you can uncover the words that resonate with you the most so that you can condense them down to about 5 values. And then you can start to use that to see if the actions you're taking in your life, to see if your social life, your work life, and how you spend your time is actually aligned with your values. And when you start to do that, you can also align them with goals and create that vision, and it all starts coming together. But it's extremely important that you don't rush through this. The self-discovery work and the process is an ongoing thing. It takes time. Just allow yourself the space to think, do some of the exercises, ask the questions, and then maybe go out for a walk in nature, come back to it a couple of days later, and don't put pressure on yourself that you need answers right now, because that's when it's going to stop you and there's going to be resistance there, and it's actually going to do the opposite of what you want, and it's not going to help you get clarity. And then lastly, if you knew that you couldn't fail at anything in your life, there were no limitations, you had complete freedom to go after everything that you've ever wanted, what would that look like? Now maybe you've never thought about that. Many people don't think so big because they would say, well, that's not possible for me. And we put ourselves in these boxes and we stop ourselves from exploring, using our imagination, our mental faculties that we have, which I spoke about in another video. See, when you start to use these and exercise them, you start to see the possibility, because you can really have anything you want if you have a strong enough desire. But getting clarity comes from doing these things and just giving yourself that mental headspace, clearing that up. And understand that sometimes it can be very challenging. We get stuck in our own heads and it's difficult to do things on our own. So if you feel like you constantly go around in circles and you're stuck and you just don't know how to do things to get to where you want to be in life, maybe you haven't achieved the goals you want, or you lack that clarity, you lack that vision and the purpose, then consider working with a coach. Consider working with someone who can help you, who can help elicit the information from you to spark ideas that you didn't see, that then become reality, then become a possibility for you. Now, if you're someone who is truly committed and you have a strong desire to go after what you want in life, but you're just unsure of how to do it and you need some support and guidance, then you can click the link below and fill out an application form where we can have a discovery call together and see how I can help you get over some barriers that you're having and break through, and see if we're a good fit to work together moving forwards. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and you now know how to get clarity in what you want in life. And it's really going to help you by doing this stuff consistently, spending some time on it. But as I said before, don't beat yourself up, take your time with it, have some fun, and just give yourself that space. And don't be so hard on yourself. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and thank you again for watching. I'll see you soon.